I'm a slut for texture. Oh my God, can I say that? Hi, I'm Camari Mick, and I am the pastry chef and owner of L'Atelier Event. I am so excited to be going out with Eater. No cheese pull. There's an oxtail pull. We are going to start off at the hardest reservation in the city, Ramen by Ra. This is definitely hands down my favorite ramen in the city. We're gonna go to SOS Chefs, pick out some spices. I don't know what brava is. It's clearly like pretty wet. Then we're gonna go to Lysée, have some sweets, cause I'm a pastry chef. God damn, that's good. And finish the night at Markette with the India Doris.
Because I wanted to see
if I'm gonna
you
sweat.
can handle the heat.
Let's go enjoy a chef's day off. We are here at Ramen by Ra, and we're about to have some of the most coveted New York ramen. She is an emerging chef for James Beard, just nominated for 2026. I'm so excited to slurp some noodles. Let's go. Hi, how are you? Did we kiss the side? Rasheeda, why breakfast ramen?
Why not? It's very popular in Japan, and it's asa ramen, which is breakfast ramen, a lighter broth for earlier part of the day. Window service launched on National Ramen Day a couple weeks ago. The on-the-go person, or the person that may not want this huge bowl, will love it in the form of a cup all week, and then the chef counter itself will be more elevated into only being weekends.
Okay, I'm hungry.
I hope so.
What you got back there?
Well, you know, we're gonna do your favorite on the menu, deluxe ramen bowl, which is nori-focused shoyu broth with a cream cheese foam, crispy capers, shallots, pickled red onions, the soya and luxurious salmon in it. We also have the classic bacon, egg, and cheese, but in the form of a bao, and some tea, you know, the trio that serves its purpose. So your first course is, of course, that classic bacon, egg, and cheese. We have a apple smoked wood bacon with Parmesan cheese, black pepper, scallions, and the nice soft bao.
This is my favorite rendition of bacon, egg, and cheese. It's just so much better with Parmesan rather than the American slice. It's just like absolutely perfect.
What we have here is the lox bowl.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Enjoy.
This is truly my favorite bowl because there's so much umami happening. There's the brininess from the fried capers. There's the seaweed. This is definitely hands down my favorite bowl here. We're headed to see Atef at SOS Chefs. She's so knowledgeable. She's like the mother of spices in New York City. Let's go. I started coming here like 10 years ago, but you've been here longer.
I mean, we've been here for 30 years. This year is our 30th. It's all that really was built on a relationship that I had with chefs, really into spices, bringing fresh truffle to Chef Jean-Georges and Danielle and all the best of the best. I would love to show you a couple of things if you tell me what you're up to.
So I'm R&Ding for my new restaurant. It is focused on the Black Atlantic, starting in West Africa, going through the Caribbean, up to the East Coast of America. So highlighting the foods, the spices, everything in between, and honoring my ancestors.
That's
so
beautiful.
Whatever you have to show me.
So chef, today I am into peppercorn for some reason.
Me too.
And I feel each peppercorn that we have in the store comes from different part of the world. So this one is a timut. It comes from Nepal. And as you see, it has a grapefruit flavor to it. So it's very much, it's a great pairing with fish, with the cheese.
Like almost maybe replace, instead of a cardamom bun.
You can do that.
Yeah,
you take it to another direction, you know. So, you know, talking about black pepper, you cannot not talk about salt. The salt called givre de sel, it's from Egypt, and it's amazing if you have a foie gras poêlé.
The salt's very minerally, and you could tell by the strands and how it's a little bit different from like a pyramid style of molded salt. I think my favorite thing about coming to the store is Atef. Look at her energy. She is like clearly the best person to come and like just have a conversation with, especially like if you're developing a dish. So I'm always honored to be here and welcome in her shop. We are here at Lysée and we're about to have some fantastic pastries by pastry chef, Chef Yuji Lee. I have been following Chef Lee's work since like 2019, so let's go have some sweet bites. It's like a museum in here.
Pastry is an edible art. That's why I love this job so much. So I wanted to highlight that philosophy on our space.
You are such an amazing pastry chef. What is your personal style?
I was born in Korea and I moved to France to achieve the dream to be a pastry chef. And then 2016, I moved to New York. So in me, there is Korean, but also French, also New Yorker.
I see so many beautiful seasonal things. What are we going to be having?
So our signature dessert is Lysée, made with the Korean brown rice mousse, pecan, and caramel. And then another top seller, which is corn. Everything made with corn, because I love to work with seasonal ingredients. So now we have the rhubarb and strawberry tart and 13 layers of the chocolate cake.
This is so amazing. I'm so excited to eat. Okay, started with the brown rice, and you can see the multiple layers. You have like a soft, fluffy outer exterior, and you can see even here she has like this delicate chocolate velvet spray on top that you can see it's cracking. That is truly corn, and corn in like the best way. I'm a slut for texture. Oh my God, can I say that? It's a work of art. All of this is individual piping. There's a lost art to this handcraft that you can see in every single one of her desserts. Chef Yuji told us we had to finish with the chocolate. That's because when you are doing a progression of desserts, you always want to end with something that has the heaviest on the palate. Look at that. She said 13 layers, she meant 13 layers. If you want chocolate, this is what you get. She is that girl. I think what is so special about Chef Yoonji and the story that she tells with her desserts through her work is that she is telling her travels from Korea to France to New York to even like now owning and operating her own spot here in the city. She's continuously telling that story through food. Our last and final stop is Markette, and we are here to see Chef India Doris. She is one of the upcoming restaurateurs in the city. She was nominated for Rising Star Chef 2026 for Michelin. So let's go have a chat. Here at Markette and the Argyle, tell us a little bit more about the food that you're serving.
It's me like exploring some of the Caribbean islands and like, you know, I've lived all over the world. I've lived in Spain and France and London, and now I'm in New York, and like it's hard for me to just stick to one thing.
Like one of my favorite dishes here is the oxtail gratin.
Yeah.
And I feel like that really speaks to like what you're trying to do.
For sure. I wanted to take the flavor profile and like put it in a different setting and build it differently. I grew up eating very traditional Caribbean food. My goal here isn't to recreate what I grew up eating, but you know, it's delicious and it's new and it fits the palate of people that grew up eating like me and you. Process for the oxtail is obviously incredibly long, but we can definitely show you the end of it and jump in the kitchen and I can show you what to do. I'm gonna add a couple of bits and bobs into it. So I like to add a little cherry vin just because it cuts a lot of the richness and the spice. So we're basically gonna take this Scotch bonnet oil.
Yeah.
It's like a deep red oil, with a little bit of our gravy from earlier. We have our oxtail here, nice chunky amount. And then this is our polenta. So polenta we cook. And then we basically blend it with a garlic oil and like a whole bunch of other stuff. So it's super rich and delicious. I'm gonna finish the oxtail and then I'm gonna bring it out to you. Hello.
Hello. Oh
Here's
my
our
God.
oxtail. And there's our salt cod.
Oh my God.
So the oxtail, when we put it into the oven, we let it like get hot all the way through, into the sally, bubbly. And then we hit it with a little Scotch bonnet oil and the crispy shallots and parsley on top. I put a little extra Scotch bonnet oil because I wanted to see how you
If I'm gonna sweat?
you can handle this.
Okay, thank you, chef. Look at how perfect and round these are. Look at that. Do you see all of the fish? It's just so fluffy. I could eat a million of these, but like we really came for the oxtails. No cheese pull. There's an oxtail pull. The creaminess, the texture. And one thing about me, and a lot of people in the Caribbean, if you're gonna get oxtail, you're gonna ask for extra gravy. So the fact that it's just swimming in this beautiful sauce is so great. And the crispiness of the shallots, just everything about it is spectacular. starting at Ramen by Raw, going to Atef, the mother of spices at SOS Chefs, to Lysée, what she's doing through her work, and then having our last final bites here at Markette. These 4 are so important to the new age in the restaurant scene. And this is a reason why for every single one of you to come and check out some of my favorite spots.